Now a best of three. That's right. We're all tied at 2. So now 3 games left. Whoever wins 2 first wins between New Orleans and Phoenix. And the Pelicans took it to the Suns in Game 4. Here's your story. Forget about the numbers. Forget about the stats. This was effort and energy. New Orleans gets an A+, and I grade like a Latin teacher, not like a gym teacher. Jose Alvarado, Valanciunas, Herb Jones. Learn those names. Flying around the court, getting it done, bodying people up, taking charges. The hustle and the defense and the want quotient for New Orleans is at an all-time high. This is a team that started 1-12, and now they are all squared in a best of 3 with the team that was the best regular season team this year and played for a title last year. Yes, let's bring in our coach. There he is. Former NBA Coach of the Year, our world champion, Avery Johnson. All right, huge effort, huge win by New Orleans. Look, I was a baseball player, and there's an old saying in baseball, momentum is the next day starting pitcher, right? Doesn't matter, just, momentum. In the NBA playoffs, how much of what they did, their energy and effort and the moment, grabbing back the momentum of the series, carries over to a series that's now going back to Phoenix, and Phoenix will be at home?
Well, it was a huge carryover, but let's be real, EK. A lot of New Orleans' confidence is because Devin Booker's not in the lineup.
Sure.
All right? So the Suns are a different team, and without Devin Booker in the lineup, this gives the Pelicans lots of hope, and give them credit. They capitalized. They gave away Game 3 at home. Chris Paul went bonkers in the fourth quarter. If he didn't, go off in the fourth quarter for close to 20 points, they would have won Game 3 and Game 4, and they would be up 3-1 instead of it being 2-2. So that's one part. It's the Devin Booker factor. You talked about the role players like Herb Jones, who had 3 blocked shots tonight. What's coming from out of nowhere blocking shots on the defensive end? And this is a kid, obviously, that I coached and recruited back when he was a sophomore in high school, and all of the other supporting players.
I was going to say, whoever taught that young man about effort and how to block shots and that you got to run around like your hair is on fire, he was taught very well. And then I said, oh, yeah, that's right. Went to Alabama. Avery Johnson was his coach. He gave him that effort and that drive. Again, that was it. This wasn't about skill. This was about will tonight. And I want to know how much of that will and momentum carries over to the next game. You also were the NBA Coach of the Year. Now let's put you in the Phoenix locker room. You're not getting Devin Booker back for 5, 6, or 7 if necessary. You got to make adjustments between games. That's what you do for a living. What's the biggest adjustment Phoenix needs to make?
Stop fouling. Stop. And because you're fouling so much and you're out of position defensively, think about the Suns, 10 for 15 from the free throw line, but the Pelicans attempted 42 free throws. Think about this from the free throw line. The Pelicans were incredible from the free throw line, 32 for 42 from the free throw line. The Suns committed 29 fouls to the Pelicans, 16 fouls. You got to play better defense. And if you play better defense, and they also had 4 technical fouls, frustration fouls, because of, when you're playing from behind and you're out of position, you're late, you're complaining about the officiating. I used to play in Utah years ago. We used to always say, if you get a technical foul in the first quarter, you're going to lose the game. Don't complain. The Suns complained tonight. They were out of position. The Pelicans not only provided the hustle, EK, as you alluded to, they also provided the muscle, dominated the backboards. They deserve to win this game. Now it's 2-2. Going back to Phoenix. Right now it's the best of 3. Pelicans still have to win a game in Phoenix to win this series. So for a young team, we'll see after their phones start blowing up with all the social media posts and text messages and everybody talk about how they're the greatest things on earth since the Boston Celtics won 10 championships during Bill Russell time. Can they respond in their next game in Phoenix?
All right, so New Orleans has the momentum, and they have the guy who's been the best player in this series, Brandon Ingram. Phoenix has home court. They have experience. They have Chris Paul. It's a best of 3. 5 in Phoenix, 6 in New Orleans, and 7 in Phoenix if they're going to play 7. Who you got? Who would you take right now? All square, best of 3.
I'm still taking Phoenix, but they got to do a better job of getting Chris Paul off the ball, especially in the backcourt. This Pelicans defense, Alvarado, Jones, those guys are pestering Chris Paul in the backcourt. They got to get him some live ball catches in the front court and not in the backcourt. He's working too hard. Chris Paul is, this guy that's, later in his career, he's 36, 37, played a ton of games. Obviously, there have been playoff series where he's gotten injured and hasn't been able to respond. So they're just wearing him down. And I just think, I still have Phoenix in 7 now, especially without Devin Booker, but they got to do a better job of finding another supplemental ball handler, whether it's playing Holiday a little bit more, along with or without Campaign. They got to get Mikal Bridges bringing the ball up the floor a little bit more, Cam Johnson, but they got to take some pressure off of Chris Paul. He looks tonight like he had to play like an MVP in the league, not Jokic, not Joel Embiid, to help the Suns win this game.
No matter what happens the rest of the way, the New Orleans Pelicans, they were 1-12 to start the year. 1-12. And if you said to them, walked in the locker room after they're 1-12 and said, listen, you can't count on Zion. He's not coming back, basically. I mean, he's not going to be your guy. And you're going to be in this spot. You're going to have a night like you had tonight. I don't know if even they would have believed you. And everybody's supposed to believe in themselves. I mean, it's hard to fathom that they went in the same season from where they were to where they are. Well done, Coach. Please.
And PK, if they would have believed you, and because they would have believed you, it's free gumbo, beignets, and all the king cakes and everything in New Orleans. It's a Mardi Gras party in New Orleans tonight.
That's exactly right. Smoothie King Center was moving. Thank you very much, Coach. Appreciate the time.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.